Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Furry Friends. I'm Unique Holt and this is Mary Meow Meet Tilly, and today we have Dickery with us.
Dickery is 7 months old. He is the last one of his litter that is still here. And they were a nursery rhyme litter. So we had Hickory, Dickery, Doc, and Mouse. And we had there was one, Doc was an orange tabby, and Mouse was a tortie, and then Hickory and Dickery were both solid black. And if you know anything about the shelter world and superstitions and all that kind of stuff, black animals, whether it be dog or cat, are typically the last ones that are, to be adopted. Mm-hmm. Most of the time, when we get a litter in, if there's black ones in the litter along with other colors, I'd say 95% of the time the other colors are going to get adopted first. But honestly, Hickory and Dickery, Hickory was the last one to go before this one. They were actually the sweetest ones of the litter, the most cuddly, the most snuggly, but a lot of times they just get overlooked because of their color.
Of their superstition.
Yep.
But he does have some wicked eyebrows.
Yep. And he's very like melt into you, just been hanging out here. He didn't want a baby though. I tried to flip him over and hold him like a baby, and he was like, "What are you doing to me?"
I don't want a baby.
But he seems to be very content like this, just hanging around.
It's kind of like liquid.
And these guys were brought into us by a gentleman who we work with quite a bit. He lives in a trailer court, and there's a lot of stray cats where he lives. There's a lot of we believe that a lot of them get dumped there because of the location. Yeah. And we work with him. He does his best to get everybody trapped, to get them spayed and neutered, and we help cover the cost of that for that situation. And sometimes there will be a new mama that comes in, or one that he just hasn't been able to catch yet. Yeah. And so that's what these guys were. They were born to one of the outside mamas by his place. And it was right in the middle of winter, and he actually brought the babies in and helped bottle feed these guys. No. So that plays another role in how they are so snuggly and so cuddly, is a good majority of time bottle babies, because they are handled so much when they're little, tend to be more socialized and more receptive to being held and being loved on. Yep, because you are from the very beginning.
And I did bring Bryn in the other day, and she just kept wanting to play with him and play with Fiona. Mm-hmm. But this one was super curious as to the little human. Was curious about the little human. So I think he would be good with babies.
A lot of times in this room, in the kitten room, when they're in the bottom kennels, they don't always get seen as much, but they get used to being around the little kids, because that's the little kid level. Yeah. So if they get a little more attention that way, and get used to seeing the children and everything, and the noises and the sticky fingers that children can sometimes bring in with them.
And the sweet treats.
Yep. Sometimes we have kids that come in, and we've got a basket of toys in this room that, that we rotate through the kennels each day when they're cleaning in here. And sometimes the kids will come in and they will see those, and they'll start shoving toys through the kennel bars. And we'll come in here later in the day, and there'll be a kennel that'll have like 50 toys in it.
I think he wants a baby. Are you gonna baby?
Do you want a baby now? No, you're seeing something out
there.
Yeah, maybe hearing some doggies or something. Yeah.
And if people are interested in seeing Hickory, what's the process on that?
So we are open to the public Monday through Saturday from 10:30 to 4, so they can come in anytime that we're open and visit the animals. But we do not do same-day adoption, so I always want to make sure people are aware of that. If you come in, unless you are pre-approved, you're not going to be taking an animal home that day. So you can go online on our website, OzarsKat9.com, get pre-approved by filling out an application there before you come in. And then it usually takes us a day or two to get all that processed. kind of depends on who all we need to talk to. If you have pets in the home, we want to reach out to your vet. If you rent, we want to reach out to your landlord, just to make sure that, you know, our goal is to find a home for the animals for life. So, you know, we want to make sure that it's a good home and that the pets are allowed, no landlord restrictions, anything like that.
So we don't have any returning babies.
Exactly.
That's all.
Because that always makes us sad when an animal's had that experience to be in a home and for some reason it doesn't work out and they have to come back to us.
Oh, this is a crawly baby. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Furry Friends. I'm Unique Holt with Mary Meow with Tilly, and if you're interested in adopting, you can visit Ozarks Kat K9.com.